A Rockford man arrested earlier this week faces more charges after he's accused of trying to break into a garage Monday morning on Welty Avenue. 29-year-old Manuel Laredo charged with theft and criminal trespassing. He was confronted by a homeowner, the garage homeowner, while he was trying to break into that garage. He ran off. Police eventually caught him, and now they have linked Laredo to a few other crimes. They've charged him with burglary to a motor vehicle and also felony criminal damage to property from other